Today is World Suicide Prevention Day. It's a day where we raise awareness for suicide prevention. As a suicide attempt survivor myself, I wanted to reflect on my own journey and what I would have missed had my suicide attempt been successful. I hope my words today can be of some use to those of you out there watching this who are struggling, to remind you that you do have a future and there are beautiful, beautiful things still to come in your life. If I had drowned on that cold October night 9 years ago, I would have missed so much. I would have missed falling in love with my best friend of 8 years and starting our life together. A few months ago, we just hit our 2-year anniversary and moved in together. Last January, I gave him a promise ring at a rainforest cafe in Las Vegas. One of my favorite moments of my entire life. I wouldn't have traded that night for the world. Every single morning, I get to wake up next to the love of my life. And that, by far, is my favorite thing in the world. It's absolutely priceless to me. When I had my suicide attempt, I didn't think anything this amazing would be possible for me. Thankfully, I was most certainly wrong. I would have missed going to all the amazing places that I have been fortunate enough to travel to. See this? This is a piece of the Titanic's wreck on display in Las Vegas. I had always wanted to see the Titanic's wreck. See, the Titanic was one of the things that fascinated me enough to become a historian and pursue a degree in it, so getting to see this really meant a lot to me. This is me and my partner doing an airboat tour of the Everglades. We saw plenty of alligators that day. That was something I'd always wanted to do ever since I was a little girl watching The Crocodile Hunter on Animal Planet. I love alligators so much. They're my favorite animal. So getting to see wild ones really meant so much to me too. My partner likes to tell the story to people of how that day we were walking through the Everglades and every 5 feet we came across another gator sunning itself. And each time I'm like, oh my fucking god, a gator! I love that story. That was one of the coolest days of my life getting to do that. That's me on Bourbon Street in New Orleans from earlier this year. Now that was also some of the most fun that I've ever had in my life. I loved New Orleans. It's my favorite place I've ever gotten to see. I got to achieve every single wrestling fan's dream and go to a WrestleMania a couple of years ago. I got to be there for the last 8.5 years of my baby boy's life. A dog I raised since he was a 2-month-old puppy. So I got to be there for pretty much his entire life. I graduated from college with my bachelor's degree in history and English. I'm the first in my direct family line on any side to graduate from college. I saved a little girl's life from suicide. See, years ago I did this suicide prevention project that saved a little teenage girl's life. When her mother told me that my work had saved her life, I finally knew that I had made the right choice that night in choosing to live. Accepted myself as an autistic person and started to embrace my autism and finally learn to love myself. I discovered who I am. I came out of the freaking closet. I created for Australia, and through it, I have been fortunate enough to be able to inspire some of those in our beautiful community with my voice. It really means the world to me. I found my love for my body. I wore a bikini to the beach for the first time ever. And after 23 years on this planet, I finally knew my name. All of these wonderful, amazing, terrific things that I have been able to do with my life wouldn't have happened if I had drowned that night 9 years ago. Now, I'm not going to say that the last 9 years have been easy or that I haven't had my fair share of shitty moments or days or weeks or whatever, but these are the moments and things that made me realize that I made the right choice that night. Plus, there's so many things I still plan on doing. I want to get married one day, visit the Eiffel Tower, visit Australia, see a great white shark in the wild, maybe even go cage diving, write a novel, learn French, and so many other things. Now, think about your own journey. Think about what you would miss and beyond if your journey ended today. Suicide isn't worth it.